to my channel. I'm Melissa, and today we're going to do a nice little flow. So this one will be great for the morning, or if you just need a little midday picking up. So let's get started. We're going to get started in child's pose. So go ahead and sit back on your heels. Your toes can be touching, and either have your knees zipped together or a little wider than hips distance, maybe mat's distance apart. So choose which one works for you, and we'll start to fall forward over those legs. Walk those hands out towards the top of the mat, and maybe let your forehead rest down on the ground as well. If your forehead doesn't quite make it there, you can go ahead and just stack your palms on top of one another and let your forehead rest on your hands. So find which version of those works for you. Go ahead and let your forearms rest down on the mat. Let your shoulders droop down towards the floor. And we'll just start to deepen our breath. In yoga, we typically breathe in and out of our nose, but if you have a cold or something else going on, feel free to use your mouth. This is your practice. Just breathing in and out of our nose is what we typically do. And we're going to fill up the belly completely with our inhale, taking a deep breath in, feeling your belly press into your thighs. If your knees are closed or dropped between your thighs, if you have them out as wide as your mat. And as you exhale, feel your belly button get a little closer to the spine. Maybe it rises ever so slightly off of those thighs. Deep breath in, long breath out. And we'll try to maintain this focus and these deep, full breaths all throughout our practice. But know that if you do lose it, that's okay. But you also know that you do have the power to come back to it, to shift your awareness back to this long inhale and long exhale. Let's take a deep breath in and a long breath out. If you have your knees apart, I invite you to bring them together. Still sitting back on your heels, we'll reach those fingertips out as far away from us as possible towards the top of your mat. Start to feel a nice opening on the shoulders, underneath the armpits, all the way down the side body. And let's intensify that a little bit. So lift those palms up off the ground, but just leave the fingertips on the mat. So you're creating little tents with your palms. Still letting your head hang heavy, whether or not your forehead reaches the ground. Deep breath in, long breath out. Awesome. Let's walk both of our hands off the mat over to the right side. We're going to pick up our belly and place it on top of the right thigh, and let your head hang heavy once more, really reaching away with your hands. You can shift your hips over to the left a little bit, starting to open up the left side body. Breathing deeply. Exhale it all out. Deep breath in. Long breath out. One more inhale right here. As you exhale, we're going to walk our hands back through center and over to the other side. So hands come up off of the left side of the mat. We'll pick our belly up and place it on the left thigh, shifting your hips a little bit more over to the right. Really reaching out, especially with that right hand. Breathing now into the right side body. Feeling your inhales expand your rib cage, creating lots of space in between each rib. And as you exhale, feel, then compress just a little bit. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. One more right here. And we'll walk our hands back through center, tent up those palms once more, really reaching. And then we'll flatten the palms, lift our booty up off of our heels, coming into tabletop position, wrists below our shoulders, knees below our hips, Palms spread nice and wide. We'll do a couple of rounds of cat-cow. So inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the crown of the head and a tailbone towards the sky. Exhale around the spine, tucking the chin to the chest and the tailbone under a cat, like an angry Halloween cat position. Inhale, dropping the belly for a swayed back cow. Imagine you're bringing your wrists and your knees together, shining the heart forward. Exhale, rounding the spine for cat. Press the belly button up towards the ceiling. Inhale, drop that belly button down towards the floor. Exhale, we round the spine. Continuing here with your own breath for a few more rounds. One more time, and I'll meet you back in tabletop. And we'll exhale here, right in tabletop. You may need to shift yourself forward a little bit so you have a little more room back behind you. We're going to straighten both legs, bringing both of our feet to the back of the mat, coming into a high plank or low plank. High plank, your knees are going to be off the ground. Low plank, you simply just drop them to the ground and untuck the toes. If you're in high plank, bring the backs of the knees up towards the ceiling. Press the heels towards the back of the mat. Everybody take a deep breath in. Long breath out. Two more right here. Bring the belly button to the spine. Exhale it out. One more time, deep breath in. As you exhale, we're going to shift our shoulders forward past our wrists. Bend the elbows, keep them in close as you lower down slow. Let's untuck the toes. Inhale as you peel the chest and chin up off the ground. Exhale, lower. Two more times just like that. Inhale, peeling the chest and chin up. You don't have a ton of weight in those hands, they're just kind of there. Exhale down. Inhale, back up. Unclench the booty cheeks, just let your back do the work. Exhale down. Awesome, let's tuck those toes. We'll send the booty up towards the sky so that we can press ourselves into a low plank or maybe a high plank. And then back into downward facing dog, our first downward dog. So be gentle here. You may want to walk your dog by bending one knee and then the other, pressing your chest back towards your thighs, reaching your heels down towards the floor, pressing through all areas of your palm, including your knuckles. Deep inhale, long exhale. And we'll reach both heels down towards the floor. And we're going to bring our right knee in towards our chest, shifting ourselves back into plank, shoulders over our wrists. And then we can step the right foot to the top of the mat. And we'll drop the left knee, untuck the left toes. All right, make sure that your right ankle is underneath that right knee and your back knee is back far enough it's at a diagonal rather than a 90-degree angle. When you've got all of that going on, go ahead and sway from side to side, if that feels nice. Just kind of opening up the front of the left thigh, getting into that psoas, the hip, all of that juicy goodness. Deep inhale, long exhale. Alrighty, come to stillness and we'll reach those arms forward and up, pointing the tailbone down towards the floor, crown of the head reaching up towards the ceiling. Deep breath in, long breath out. And we're going to tuck those left toes now, okay? And we're going to do a little bit of movement. So all your arms are going to do is they're going to bend down by their sides. You're going to press those shoulders forward. So you're making like a W or a cactus shape with your arms. And then they're going to go back up. Okay, so when you are like this, your arms are going to be up. But we're going to incorporate a little movement with our leg as well, that back leg. So as you inhale, we're going to lift that knee up off the floor and bend the elbows. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale down. 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale down. 1 more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Awesome. Let's plant those palms to frame the right foot. We're going to lift the left knee up off the ground. We're going to send this right foot back to meet the left. High plank or low plank, your choice. Deep breath in. Exhale, we shift forward. Bend the elbows, keep them in close, and lower down. Let's untuck the toes. Inhale, peel the chest and chin up. Exhale, down. We'll tuck our toes, lift those hips, sending yourself up and back to downward facing dog. Let's take 3 breaths here. All right, next inhale, we're going to bring our left knee into our chest, shifting ourselves into plank, and then stepping the left foot up between the hands. We'll drop the right knee, untuck the right toes. Left knee on top of left ankle, right knee back far enough for that diagonal. Maybe you'd like to sway from side to side. Opening up the right hip now. Breathing deeply. Heart shining forward. Awesome. Let's inhale those arms out and up. Tailbone points down. That crown is still lifted. Deep breath in. Long breath out. All right, you guys know where we're going this time. So let's tuck those right toes. And as you inhale, we're going to lift the knee up, bend the elbows. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Up and down. 2 more, inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Awesome job. Let's plant those palms. And we're going to lift the right knee up off the ground and send the left foot back to meet the right. High plank or low plank, you know the deal. Deep breath in. Exhale, shifting forward, lower down. Untuck the toes. Peel the chest and chin up. Exhale down. We'll tuck our toes again. Lift those hips, send yourself up and back in a downward dog. 3 breaths here. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Inhale, coming up onto your tippy toes. Let's step both feet to the top of the mat. And we'll hang heavy over the legs. You can have a little bend in those knees or a lot of bend in those knees. Just let the head hang heavy. You can grab opposite elbows if you'd like. Sway from side to side. Shake your head yes or no. Just letting the lower back, upper back, all of that back kind of decompress. Oh yeah, feels so good. Let's release the fingertips down towards the floor. Take that bend in those knees and we'll very slowly roll all the way up 1 vertebrae at a time. And then we'll inhale the arms out and up. Palms to touch at the top. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Awesome. Let's continue with our flow. Let's inhale the arms out and up. Exhale, we'll hinge at the hips, falling forward over the legs. Inhale, this time we're going to come up halfway with a flat back, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, let's plant those palms, this time sending the right foot to the back of the mat. Knee's going to stay lifted this time. We're going to turn the right toes to the right side of the mat. Drop that right heel so that the pinky edge of the right foot is in line with the back of the mat. Left knee over left ankle. We'll press up and open into warrior 2. Deep bend in that front knee. Looking down to see if you can see that left big toe. If you can't, just scooch that left knee back behind you over to the left a little bit more. Your hips are open to the right, gazing over that front hand. Deep breath in, long breath out. Let's drop that back hand to the back leg, turn the front palm up towards the ceiling, And we'll reach that front hand up and over as we bend over that back leg. Deep breath in, long breath out. And we'll inhale back into warrior two. Exhale here. Inhale, we'll straighten that front leg. Shift your hips back like a little sassy pants. Reach those front arm forward, forward, forward. And then you can drop it to the ankle, the shin, maybe a block. And then we'll reach that back hand up towards the ceiling. Opening your heart up to, or over to the right. Stacking your shoulders here. Imagining that you're in between two planes of glass. Deep inhale. Long exhale. Take a bend in that front knee, heading back into warrior two. Exhale here. Let's interlace our fingers back behind us. Straighten those arms as best you can. Opening the shoulders up. Deep breath in, reach the knuckles towards the floor. Exhale, we're gonna bend at the waist towards the inside of the left thigh. Bringing the knuckles up towards the ceiling. Nice shoulder opener here and let your head hang heavy. Humble warrior. Deep inhale. Long exhale. One more deep breath in. Exhale, you can release the fingers down towards the floor to frame the left foot. We'll turn the right toes towards the top of the mat, and we're going to send that left foot back to meet the right. High plank or low plank. Deep breath in. Exhale, shifting forward, and we lower down. Untuck the toes. Inhale, peel the chest and chin up. Cobra, maybe you grow a little bit higher. Exhale down. Tuck those toes. Send the hips up and back to downward dog. 3 breaths here. Awesome. Let's inhale onto our tippy toes. Step both feet up towards the top of the mat, hanging heavy over the legs. Take a bend in those knees and we'll slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Inhaling the arms out and up. Exhale, hands down, heart center. Let's do that all on the other side. Let's inhale the arms out and up. Exhale, hinging out the hips, falling forward. Inhale, coming up halfway. Exhale, let's plant those palms. This time, step the left foot back. Turn those left toes to the left side of the mat. Drop the left heel. Keep that bend in the right knee. Pressing up and open into warrior two on the other side. Deep inhale. Long exhale. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Drop the back hand to the back leg. Turn the front palm up towards the ceiling. And we'll lift back hand up and back as we lean over the back leg. Deep inhale. Long exhale, sinking into that front knee. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Inhale back into warrior two. Exhaling here. Inhale, we straighten that front leg. Send those hips back. Shift forward as much as you can. And then drop that front hand. Bring the back hand high. Stacking your shoulders on top of one another. Deep inhale. Long exhale. One more right here. And we'll inhale, bending that front knee, coming back into warrior two. Exhale, let's interlace those hands back behind us. Roll those shoulders open. Inhale, reach the fingertips towards the ground, or the knuckles. And then exhale, we'll fall forward to the inside of the right thigh, reaching the knuckles up towards the ceiling. You can let your head hang heavy. Back into humble warrior. Deep inhale. Long exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale, you can release the hands to frame the right foot. Turn the left toes towards the top of the mat. We're going to send that right foot back to meet the left. Everybody lower those knees, untuck the toes. And we'll press back into child's pose. Hips go towards the heels, forehead rests down on the mat or your palms. Catching your breath here, letting it slow back down. Now you can stay here in child's pose as long as you'd like. Or if you'd like, you can transition into Shavasana. Just lying down flat on your back. Either way, just give yourself a few moments here. Letting all that we just did, all of that wonderful movement, all of that energizing breath, just let it all soak in. And I will see you next week.